Mark, a great signing in Shyla Heal coming down to the Hobart Chargers in 2020.
Yeah, we're really excited about Shyla Heal joining us for NBL 2020. It's a huge signing for our club. Shyla's currently playing in the WNBL with the Bendigo Spirit. Was with the Perth Lynx last WNBL season and is a really exciting prospect for Australian basketball.
Yeah, obviously the daughter of Shyla Heal, who's of course a renowned legend in himself. What's it like bringing someone down that obviously, of course, Shane being such the legend he is in the sport, how much pressure does that put on our club a little bit?
Yeah, look, Shane is an absolute legend in the sport, both from his Boomers career, his time in the NBL and overseas. But the great thing about Shyla is she's really carving her own path in basketball. She was in the All-Star 5 at a FIBA International tournament in 2018, and she was part of the Australian Under 19 team that won a silver medal earlier this year. So an outstanding international career at such an early stage of her career. So we're really excited about what her future holds, but also really excited about what Shyla brings to us right now.
And I looked at her stats for this current WNBL season. She's doing quite well for the Bendigo. And what role will she play here coming into NBL 1?
Yeah, Shyla's coming into us and she's really going to be running the team from the point guard position. Initially we were thinking about going with a US-based player to run that point guard spot, but when Shyla became available and we started talking about her plans and where she wants to go with her career, we thought that this is a really good fit and a great opportunity for her to come in and really lead us from that point guard position.
Was she tempted of coming down here? Would she love to play here in Hobart, or did it take some talking to in negotiations?
Look, we had really good conversations right from the start with Shyla and her support team, and it was really about the opportunity in Hobart. So Shyla's a world-class player, so had no shortage of other options where to play during the Australian winter. But we're really excited that she's decided to come along and be part of our program as part of her ongoing development. And I think it's going to be great for our players as well. Shyla's a flat-out competitor. She'll bring it to practice every night of the week. Game nights on a Friday or Saturday night, and hopefully playing in our local midweek competition as well.
She's only young as well too. I think she's only 18, I think, and she's coming in and she'll be a good mentor for some juniors, obviously that you might have coming through. But how will she work with obviously some of the veterans in this team as well too, Mark?
Yeah, well, I think a player like Shyla, while she is young, she's been around in basketball her whole life. But also, in recent times with Bendigo this year in the WNBL and Perth Lynx, which is a really fantastic program. But even making her debut a number of years before that with the South East Queensland Stars. So, Shyla's been around those environments for a long time. As I mentioned before, just an absolute competitor, and we're really excited about what she'll bring just to our weekly training environment. And we think she's an excellent complement for the rest of our group.
Do you think fans should be excited about this announcement, obviously bringing someone in like her?
I think basketball fans in Tasmania should be super excited about this, whether that's young girls and boys in school programs who have opportunities for Shyla and other players to visit, whether it's holiday camps or possibly individual sessions, even coming along to watch your team practice. So Shyla's doing really all there is in basketball right now. She's also involved with the Australian 3x3 program, so she's a really talented player, and we're really excited to see her continued development in 2020.
And just quickly, you mentioned that 3-on-3 development. How big is that going to be? How big are you going to utilise that 3-on-3 type of training in your sessions as well too, going into the main season?
Yeah, well, one of the biggest things we find in Hobart over summer is just numbers of players being able to come along and compete. So it's really hard to have 12 or 15 players and running a traditional 5-on-5 training session. So we've already started mapping out our off-season and pre-season, and 3x3 is going to be a big part of that. You look at players like Beck Cole, Maddie Garrick, and what they've brought to the WNBL this year after playing in various international tournaments with 3x3. So really my observation is that teaches players how to just get a whole new level of toughness, how to create for themselves and create for their teammates.